Blood seeps through pristine bandages. A 7-year-old girl whimpers as a nurse adjusts her IV. The child's mother, hollow-eyed from sleepless nights, clutches a crumpled medical report. Through the hospital window, chemical plumes rise from industrial smokestacks silhouetted against an angry crimson sunset. "She's the 4th child on our block," the mother whispers. "They told us the water was safe." A television mounted in the corner blares breaking news. Vice President Harris celebrates environmental protection award from DynaTech Industries. A dark-suited figure stands in the doorway. Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett watches silently, her face a mask of barely contained fury. She approaches the bed, kneels beside the dying child. "What's your name, sweetheart?" "Michaela," comes the weak reply. "I'm going to make this right, Michaela, I promise you." The mother looks up, skepticism cutting through her grief. "They all make promises. Nothing ever changes." Jasmine takes the medical report, examining it closely. "This time will be different." Her phone buzzes. Text message, "Package received. All evidence secured. Ready when you are." She stares at the television screen where the vice president smiles, shaking hands with corporate executives. "Sheta, it ends tomorrow." Hours later, lightning shatters the Washington sky as thunder crashes over the Capitol dome. American flags whip violently in the wind. Rain lashes against marble as Jasmine Crockett descends the steps alone, her determined stride contrasting with the weary exodus of other politicians. In her hand, a weathered leather briefcase. In her eyes, resolution hardened into steel. Her phone rings. She answers without breaking stride. "I don't care what the polls say, Marcus. They're deliberately burying the story. Someone has to speak." Up. She reaches the bottom of the stairs where a sleek black SUV waits. Her reflection fragments across the tinted windows. The vice president's office called again. 3rd time today. They're saying it would be inadvisable to proceed with the interview tonight. Inadvisable? Is that what we're calling threats these days? Tell me, when did speaking truth become inadvisable in a democracy? The driver hands her a tablet showing breaking headlines. Crockett set to appear on national spotlight amid controversy. And White House insiders. Congresswoman Crockett, gone rogue. A slight smile touches her lips. Good. Let them sweat. Rain pounds against floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the Washington Monument. Thunder crashes as Jasmine stands before a wall covered with documents, photos, sticky notes, and red string connecting various elements. News clippings about mysterious illnesses in poor communities, corporate financial reports, government memos marked confidential. At the center, a photo of Vice President Kamala Harris. Jasmine circles certain documents with a red marker. She steps back, takes a photo of the entire wall with her phone. Her phone rings again. She answers, putting it on speaker. "Jasmine, it's Eleanor. Please, for the love of God, reconsider what you're doing. This could destroy everything we've worked for. Everything. Or it could restore what we're supposed to stand for, Eleanor. The documents don't lie. Politics isn't about truth, Jasmine. It's about perception. It's about playing the long game. That's exactly why we're here, isn't it? That's exactly what needs to change. People are dying while we play the long game. The vice president has friends in places you can't even imagine. They're already painting you as unstable, ambitious, desperate for attention. Think about your future. I'm thinking about Mariana Garcia's future. She's 7 years old, Eleanor. Stage 4 leukemia from drinking contaminated water her parents were told was safe. Tell me, what kind of future does she have? Silence on the line. You can't save her by committing career suicide. Watch me. She ends the call, turns to face her bathroom mirror. She studies her reflection, removes her makeup, revealing the woman beneath the politician. The truth matters, even when it hurts, especially when it hurts. Jasmine walks confidently through the bustling hallway of America's most watched news network. Staff members double-take as she passes. Whispers follow in her wake. That's her. Can you believe she's actually going through with it? I heard the president himself called her. My cousin works at the White House, says they've been in crisis mode since yesterday. A producer rushes up to her, anxiety etched on his face. Congresswoman Crockett, we've had 14 calls from the Vice President's office in the last hour. The network executives are getting nervous. Are they canceling the interview? No, but look, this isn't my place, but whatever you're planning, just know that the control room has been instructed to cut your feed if things get problematic. She stops walking, turns to face him. What's your name? Alex. Alex Mercer. Well, Alex Mercer, sometimes the most important truths are the ones they try hardest to silence. Remember that. Jasmine sits calmly as a makeup artist works on her face. A television in the corner shows financial markets in free fall. The headline crawl reads, "Markets nervous as rumors of major political scandals swirl." A production assistant enters. Congresswoman Crockett, the Vice President's chief of staff, is on the line again. She takes the phone, puts it on speaker. Jasmine, it's Richard. This has gone far enough. You need to stop this now. Think about your future. The party needs unity, not whatever this vendetta is. This isn't a vendetta, Richard. It's accountability. Or have we abandoned that concept entirely? You know what happened to the last person who crossed her. Career suicide isn't pretty. Neither is betraying the American people. I'll take my chances. She hands the phone back, meeting the wide-eyed gaze of the makeup artist. Sometimes doing the right thing means standing alone, but you're never truly alone when you stand for what's right. Her phone buzzes with a text message. Package delivered to all major news outlets. Detonation set for your signal. M, she types back. Hold until my word. Need to do this right. Jasmine walks purposefully toward the set when a hand emerges from a doorway, pulling her inside. David Chen, her former mentor and now the president's senior advisor, faces her with a mixture of anger and concern. Have you lost your mind? Do you have any idea what you're about to do? I know exactly what I'm doing, David. The question is, do you know what you've been doing? What you've been enabling? This isn't how the game is played, Jasmine. You don't go on national television with unvetted accusations against the Vice President of the United States. This stopped being a game when children started dying. The claims about DynaTech aren't conclusive. The science is still being debated. You know how complex environmental testing can be. Don't start spinning. Not you. I've seen the internal reports, David. The ones they never intended to make public. The ones that conclusively link their chemical dumping to the cancer clusters. Those reports could have been doctored. They could have been. They were signed off by the EPA before the Vice President's office intervened. I have the emails, David. I have the money trail. Listen to me. You're playing with fire. There are national security implications you don't understand. Don't patronize me. This is about profit and power, not national security. I'm trying to protect you. From what? The truth? That's what they're afraid of. Not me. She pulls away, determination in every step as she approaches the set. I thought I taught you better than this. She turns back, eyes flashing. You taught me to fight for what's right. I'm just sorry you forgot your own lessons. The set of National Spotlight is sleek, modern, designed to convey authority and prestige. Todd Reynolds, the silver-haired host, prepares as sound technicians make final adjustments to his microphone. This interview is a tightrope walk, people. The White House has already threatened to pull all administration figures from our network for the next month. The VP's office has sent a 3-page list of prohibited questions. A producer approaches, whispering, "Sir, Congresswoman Crockett refuses to sign the pre-interview agreement limiting topics." Of course she does. Is legal standing by? Yes, sir. And the delay button is ready. Jasmine enters, commanding the room without saying a word. The studio falls silent as she takes her seat across from Todd. Congresswoman, I understand you're declining to follow standard protocol for high-profile interviews. I didn't come here to participate in choreographed theater, Mr. Reynolds. The American people deserve unfiltered truth. Truth can be subjective. Children dying isn't subjective. The lights dim except for the stage. The countdown begins. 5, 4, 3. Silence for 2, 1 as the show's theme music swells. Good evening, America. I'm Todd Reynolds. Tonight, a special edition of National Spotlight. My guest, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, has promised revelations concerning the Vice President that she claims the American people deserve to hear. Congresswoman, welcome. Thank you for having me, Todd. Let's start with the obvious question. You've been a vocal supporter of the administration until recently. What changed? Truth changed me, Todd. Or rather, discovering the truth. She removes a folder from her bag. 6 months ago, I received information suggesting Vice President Harris personally intervened to halt an investigation into DynaTech Industries, a major campaign donor. That's a serious allegation. It gets worse. 3 whistleblowers from the Justice Department reached out to my office with evidence that DynaTech has been dumping toxic chemicals in predominantly Black and Hispanic neighborhoods across 5 states. Communities like the one I grew up in. Todd shifts uncomfortably. The network's legal department will want verification of these claims. I expected that. She slides documents across to him. Internal memos, text messages, meeting schedules, a paper trail showing the Vice President met with DynaTech executives 17 times in the past year, all off the official calendar. Vice President Kamala Harris watches the broadcast, surrounded by anxious staffers. Her expression hardens. Get Richard on the phone, now. He's trying to reach the network executives. Tell him to try harder. This ends now. These corporations donate to both parties, Congresswoman. Are you suggesting? I'm not suggesting anything. I'm stating facts. After each of these meetings, investigations were delayed, regulations weakened, and communities suffered. I have testimonies from families who lost children to rare cancers. Families who were told the water and air were safe when internal reports said otherwise. Jasmine produces a USB drive. This contains security footage from the Vice President's private residence, showing her accepting a case from the DynaTech CEO. A case containing $2 million in bearer bonds. The studio falls completely silent. Even the crew stops moving. That would be a federal crime. Yes, it would. Chaos erupts as phones ring incessantly. The White House is demanding we cut the feed. We've got the Vice President's office on line 1, the FCC on line 2. Social media is exploding. Crockett expose is trending nationwide. Are we still on air? Someone make a decision. The executives say keep rolling but prepare for immediate cutaway if she goes too far. Define too far. She just accused the Vice President of taking bribes. Jesus Christ, there are 3 million people watching the live stream and it's growing. By the second, Congresswoman, if you have evidence of criminal activity, why bring it to a television studio instead of law enforcement? I tried, Todd. For months I went through proper channels. The FBI, the DOJ, even the President's Ethics Council. Each time the investigation disappeared. Files went missing. Whistleblowers were reassigned or fired. She leans forward, intensity radiating. 4 days ago, my chief of staff's home was broken into. Nothing was stolen except his laptop and backup drives. Yesterday, my brother's car was run off the road by an unmarked SUV. These aren't coincidences. Todd looks off camera, visibly sweating. We're being told to go to commercial. Are they threatening to pull your advertisers, Todd? Is that how it works? We need to verify these claims independently. America deserves the truth, no matter how uncomfortable. A bar in Detroit falls silent as patrons watch the interview on multiple screens. A family in their living room in Albuquerque leans forward, transfixed. College students in a dormitory gather around laptops, streaming the interview live. A truck driver pulls over to watch on his phone. Hospital workers crowd around a nurse's station television. Harris paces furiously. "Get me the Attorney General. This ends now." "Ma'am, she's live on national television. Intervening could look like..." "I don't care how it looks. She's destroying everything." The president is on the line. Harris freezes, then takes the phone. "Mr. President, yes, I'm watching it." "No, absolutely not. These are fabricated. Sir, with all due respect." "Sir?" "Yes, sir." She hands the phone back, her face ashen. "What did he say?" "He wants me to hold a press conference. Immediately." "We'll be right back after these messages." "Cut!" shouts the director. The red light on the camera turns off. Todd removes his microphone, standing abruptly. "Are you trying to get us both killed? Do you have any idea what you're doing?" Jasmine remains seated, calm amidst the storm. "Exactly what I came here to do." Her phone buzzes. A text message. "External feed still running. They didn't cut all cameras. America is watching." She smiles, slightly. "The commercial break might be the perfect time for you to check your Twitter feed, Todd." "Sir, we've got a problem. The backup feed is still streaming online." "What? Kill it." "Kill it now?" "I can't. Someone's locked us out of the system." Jesus Christ. There are 5 million people watching the live stream. Who did this? Find out. Who did this? A young technician in the corner meets Jasmine's gaze through the control room window. She gives an imperceptible nod. He returns it. The revolution has allies everywhere. 3 months earlier, Jasmine meets with a group of diverse young staffers. "What I'm about to tell you could end all our careers. I need you to understand the risks." They nod solemnly. DynaTech isn't just dumping chemicals. They're testing experimental compounds on communities they consider disposable. Communities without political power. Communities like the ones most of us came from. She shows them photos of children with rare cancers, birth defects. The vice president isn't just looking the other way. She's actively protecting them. Because they protect her. Because they fund her. What can we do? They control everything. Not everything, not yet. We gather evidence. We build redundancies. We place people in strategic positions. And when the time comes, we release everything simultaneously. So they can't bury it. They'll come after you personally. They'll destroy you. Probably. But some truths are worth the sacrifice. The atmosphere has shifted. Todd looks shaken, glancing frequently at his tablet. Welcome back to National Spotlight. Before the break, Congresswoman Crockett made some extraordinary claims about Vice President Harris. Not claims, Todd. Facts. Facts backed by evidence that I've now uploaded to a secure server accessible to every major news organization, as well as international media outlets. Todd's earpiece buzzes frantically. I'm being told the vice president has just called for an emergency press conference. Of course she has. Damage control. Right on schedule. Your colleagues across the aisle are already calling this a politically motivated attack. Politics is the art of distraction. Let's stay focused on what matters. Communities poisoned, justice obstructed, lives lost. This isn't about political parties. It's about power and who suffers when it's abused. A crowded bar falls silent, all eyes on the multiple TV screens showing the interview. People begin recording with their phones. Holy shit, is this for real? That's our Congresswoman. I voted for her. Look at Twitter. This is everywhere. My cousin lives in one of those communities she mentioned. His daughter has leukemia. They'll shut this down, they always do. Not this time, too many people watching. Congresswoman, you realize these allegations could end your career if they're not substantiated. Some things are worth the risk, Todd. The communities I represent have been sacrificed for profit and political expediency for generations. If standing up against that costs me my career, so be it. She pulls out her phone, showing him a video. This was taken 3 hours ago at Memorial Hospital in my district. 7-year-old Michaela Jenkins. Acute lymphoblastic leukemia from drinking contaminated water. The same water the Vice President's office assured residents was safe after taking DynaTech's scientific studies at face value. The video shows a small, frail girl in a hospital bed, tubes running from her arms, her mother crying silently beside her. Todd stares at the video, visibly moved. I don't know what to say. You don't need to say anything, just don't look away. None of us can afford to look away anymore. Vice President Harris approaches the podium, flanked by serious advisors. Reporters shout questions over each other. Vice President Harris, will you be responding to Congresswoman Crockett's allegations? Harris maintains her composure, but her eyes betray her fury. These baseless accusations are an attempt to undermine this administration's work for the American people. Congresswoman Crockett has chosen sensationalism over substance. As Harris speaks, Jasmine watches on a monitor in the studio. What Congresswoman Crockett fails to mention is her close relationship with industry competitors who would benefit from DynaTech's downfall. In the studio, Jasmine shakes her head. Predictable. When you can't refute the message, attack the messenger. Todd looks at his tablet again. The Vice President is saying you have connections to DynaTech's competitors. I have connections too. The truth, Todd. And here's more of it. She produces another document, internal DynaTech memo, dated 2 years ago. Quote, VP has guaranteed regulatory relief in exchange for continued financial support. Unquote. Signed by their CEO. She's claiming these documents are forgeries. Of course she is. That's why I've submitted them for independent forensic analysis. The results will be released within the hour. But let's talk about the real victims here. She pulls out more photos. Maria Gonzalez, age 9, dead from rare liver cancer. Jaden Washington, age 6, dead from the same. Aisha Patel, age 4, currently in hospice care with inoperable brain tumors. All from the same neighborhood, a neighborhood DynaTech claimed was unaffected by their chemical dumps. A staffer rushes to the podium, whispers in Harris's ear. Her expression falters. Momentarily, I will not dignify these fabricated documents with a response. The Congresswoman's desperation for attention is... A reporter interrupts. Madam Vice President, the FBI has just announced they're opening an investigation into these allegations. Your response? Stunned silence falls over the room. Another reporter shouts, Is it true that DynaTech donated $5 million to your campaign fund through various shell companies? Harris struggles to maintain composure. These are serious accusations that warrant serious scrutiny. I welcome any investigation as it will clear my name and expose this politically motivated attack for what it is. Her phone buzzes. She glances down, her face draining of color. We're getting reports that the FBI is launching an investigation. Because the evidence is undeniable, Todd. When enough light shines on corruption, even the most powerful shadows disappear. You've essentially ended your relationship with your party. What's your next move? This was never about politics for me. It was about those families, those children. My next move is making sure they get justice, regardless of who stands in the way. Her phone buzzes again. She reads the message, her expression shifting to quiet triumph. It seems the president has just requested a meeting with the Attorney General and the FBI director. Things move quickly when the truth goes viral. A man in an expensive suit watches the interview, phone to his ear. She has everything. All of it. The transfers, the meetings, the footage from your house. Yes, the footage inside your house. He listens. No, we can't make this go away. It's too late. Too many people have seen it. We need to start thinking about damage control. He listens again. With respect, madam, I don't think you understand. She hasn't just exposed you. She's exposed the entire system. The shell companies, the offshore accounts, the regulatory capture, all of it. His expression darkens. No, absolutely not. I won't be part of any attempt to... No. That crosses a line even I won't cross. You're on your own. He hangs up, then immediately dials another number. It's me. I need to make a deal. Full immunity. I have names, dates, transactions. Everything. Congresswoman, we're receiving reports of widespread protests forming outside DynaTech facilities nationwide. The people have power when they stand together. This isn't about me. It's about us. All of us deciding that enough is enough. Critics will say you've incited civil unrest. I've spoken truth to power. How the people respond to that truth is their right in a democracy. A production assistant rushes in, hands Todd a tablet. This just in. DynaTech stock has plummeted 60% in the past hour. Trading has been halted. Markets respond to risk, Todd. The risk of accountability. We're also getting reports that several high-ranking officials in the Vice President's office have resigned in the past 30 minutes. Rats leaving a sinking ship. But make no mistake, this goes beyond one company or one politician. This is about a system that values profit over people, power over justice. A crowd has gathered, watching the interview on phones and tablets. Their numbers grow by the minute. She's actually doing it. She's taking them down. Nobody does this. Nobody stands up to them like this. She'll need protection after this. They'll come for her. Then we protect her. We all do. You mentioned whistleblowers earlier. Can you tell us more about them? 3 career officials who couldn't stay silent any longer. They risked everything, their careers, their safety, their futures, to bring this information forward. Where are they now? Safe. And ready to testify under oath. Todd's earpiece buzzes again. His eyes widen. I'm being told that President Roberts is about to make a statement. President Roberts sits behind the resolute desk, face grave. My fellow Americans, I come before you tonight with a heavy heart. The allegations made against Vice President Harris are deeply troubling and warrant immediate and thorough investigation. I have directed the Department of Justice to pursue this matter, wherever the evidence leads, regardless of position or party. No one in this administration is above the law. Jasmine watches the president's address on a monitor, her expression unreadable. Your reaction, Congresswoman? It's a start, but words must be followed by actions. Real accountability, real change. The Vice President's office has released a statement calling you, quote, an ambitious opportunist with a personal vendetta. Attack the messenger when you can't refute the message. Classic deflection. She leans forward, eyes intense. Let me be clear. I didn't do this for ambition. I didn't do this for revenge. I did this because while we were playing politics, children were dying. Real children. With names and faces and families who loved them. Her voice breaks slight.